Cher. I'm the founder and CEO of ShareLove.Fund, and you have arrived to our RCYT training. That stands for Registered Children's Yoga Teacher Training as accredited by Yoga Alliance. Some of you may be joining us for the first time today and might not be enrolled in our course. I welcome you to stay and enjoy this feel-good class, and if it interests you, you can try before you buy and enroll afterwards, but stay tuned because it's so fun to work out live together. It's a wonderful energy. But after the course, if you want to actually be on degree track and have a tool in your tool belt that you can use for future jobs and just to feel good that you worked towards a degree, a sense of accomplishment, you can enroll at ShareLove.Fund/train. For everyone else in our degree program, you have reached week 22. As you know, in each week that ends in a 2. That ends in a 2. With 22, I was thinking, wait, does it start with a 2 or ends with a 2? No. Each week that ends in a 2 is a review week, and this is a time where we won't learn any new pose of the week. We won't learn any new meditation strategy, and you just get a week to let all the goodness from your training soak in and marinate. And today, to help us marinate, is our Italian guru, Peter Icavello, and we are going to marinate with him. He is down from Presence Wellness in Westport, Connecticut, with over 25 years of experience, a specialist in anatomy, a certified yoga massage therapist. He's wonderful for one-on-one work to really take a deep dive into the practice. And today, we're going to work with him all together.
Well, thank you for that introduction, Ashley.
Hello everyone. Sometimes I don't appear on camera, but today I will, since it's a review week.
So thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, and I'm humbled to be here.
Aww.
And I love the word marinate because it's what we do in yoga. You marinate in the asanas, you marinate in the poses, because you're not supposed to muscle your way in, you're supposed to marinate your way in, right? So feel yourself in those poses, arrive, mold, form. A very different than like, I'm here, chair pose, let me force this. No, yoga is not about forcing anything. Yoga is about easing in and marinating. I love that, I love that. So yes, today we will marinate. We will marinate in Savasana, we will marinate in meditation, we will marinate in just letting go. So some of the poses that we've done, we may weave into this practice, but today I'm thinking about more yin, calming, restorative. It's been very warm outside, humid, at least here in the Northeast. We're in a very extreme warming trend here. And I think sometimes when there's a lot of heat out there, our bodies retract a little and they want restorative. They seek nurturing. I don't know about you, but I'm alive in the cold weather. Not necessarily in the hot weather. When it's humid, I want to hibernate. I don't know, some people are like that, some people aren't. Some people crave the warmth. But anyway, with that said, I'm going to offer you the practice that I would do in a day like today. How does that sound? So let's begin by closing our eyes or having a soft gaze. Lengthening the crown of the head toward the sky, rooting the shoulders down toward the earth. Again, without force, just allow the shoulders to drip down and away from the ears. A gentle lift of the crown and a gentle tuck of the chin. A gentle pull of the navel in towards the spine, just to support your practice, to support your lower back. With yoga, we're trying to create length in that spine. Our spines are shortened from all of the technology, from sleeping maybe in a ball or sleeping backward, or all of our habits that we create. Yoga is all about spinal health and lengthening the spine. Just feel what it's like to sit here. Noticing the rhythm of your heart. Noticing your breath. And then breathing into that space. As you breathe into that space, notice how the body feels. Take an internal scan of your body. Notice if there are any areas of tension. Just take notice. Take an inventory of where your body is in this moment. Just take inventory. As you begin to feel what it's like to be present, to nourish, to go inward, to take the outside world and just press pause on the outside world and come into our inside world so that we can have a better approach to the outside world. Reflection. Where are we? Where are we in this training if you're doing the training? Where am I if I'm thinking about embarking on this training? Am I ready? And then breathe into that space. With meditation and cultivation and turning your focus and attention inward, you're trying to reduce the outside noise so that you can gain more clarity to step into who you really are and what you really want. And what you think you may want and what you really want may be two separate things. Maybe you just crave peace. Maybe we go inward to clear the clutter. Just to turn off the noise just a bit, or turn your volume down. On this fast-paced life, with technology, responsibilities, that'll still all be there waiting for you once we're done here. But just notice that you can press the pause when needed. That's what meditation and self-care provides. You can press that pause button. Don't be afraid to press the pause button, even if it's just taking a minute of breath. Sometimes in life, we just move from one thing to the next. And if you really think about it, you may not even know how you got there. But if you go inward and reflect and press the pause button and take a step back so that you can take 2 steps forward, you're more conscious of your way of being. You'll make better decisions. And you free yourself of all the things that start to weigh you down. Inner reflection. Again, it's not about forgetting responsibilities. It's not about saying, I won't do. It's just maybe having a different reflection, a different approach. Take a nice long inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth with a sigh. 2 more of those. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Pause at the top of the breath. Sip a little bit more breath in. Sip a little bit more. Pause. Exhale with a nice long sigh. And come back to your normal cycle of breath. And then very, very slowly, you can either maintain the eyes closed or have a soft gaze. If you begin to open up your eyes, look down first as you take the light of the room back in. And then let's make our way onto our back, hugging our knees in towards our chest. And as we hug our knees in towards our chest, let's take a little inventory of our spine. Let's notice how the spine feels while we're here. Let's notice how our body feels. Just taking notice on how the body feels. Is our spine flat? Try to press your sacrum down. Lift the head and tuck the chin. Press the back of the head down. And let's stay with length today in our spine. And then from here, we'll begin to work on our lymphatic system and circulation system simply by placing our arms alongside of us and extending our legs along toward the sky. Arms alongside of us. Arms alongside of us, yeah. The other alongside of us. Extending our legs toward the sky to allow all the blood from the lower body and lymph, our secondary circulation system, to begin to drain from the lower body to the upper body, to promote relaxation, to promote surrender, to promote ease. Take a few more rounds of breath. Take one more round of breath. Inhale. On the exhale, let's begin to lower the left foot to the earth. And then take the hands behind the right leg. And then bring the right knee into chest. Now take the right hand, reach for the big toe of the right foot. Come to a half happy baby. Take the left hand, place it on top of the left thigh. Right knee away from the right shoulder, towards the right armpit. Flex the left foot to create a little bit more stretch in that right groin. Left hip flexor. Right hamstring. And then very, very slowly, let's take the right foot planted on top of the left thigh. Right hand sticks out at shoulder height, out to the side of shoulder height. And then draw the right knee across the body. Nice and slow. Press the back of the right shoulder down, look over the right shoulder. slowly, let's begin to draw that right knee back into chest. And then plant the left foot onto the ground. Bend your left knee, plant the left foot onto the ground. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Right ankle over your left knee. Take your right hand, press the right inner thigh away, left hand behind the left knee, and then bring that into chest. Recline pigeon or figure four. Take a few rounds of breath. Few rounds of breath. And then from here, bring your right knee over left knee. Right knee over left knee. Reach for the opposite ankles. And then pull the knees back into chest. Okay, slowly begin to uncoil the legs. And then let's extend the right leg onto the mat. Reach both hands behind the left knee. Come into a half happy baby on the left side. So reach for the big toe. You can also grab the heel if you'd like, just a different option, different variation, depending on how much stretch you want, how much heat. Flex the right foot, take the right hand, press the top of the right thigh down. Two more breaths here. Getting stretching to your left hamstring, across the inner thighs, into the top of the right hip. And then take the left foot, place it on top of the right thigh. Left hand comes out to the side at shoulder height, and then draw the left knee across the body. Press the back of the left shoulder down, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, and then exhale, just press down just a bit more with that left knee, back of the left shoulder. And then very, very slowly, let's begin to draw that left knee into chest as we come onto our back again. And then from here, let's hug both knees. Let's bring that right ankle over the left knee. Right ankle over left knee. And then let's reach with the right hand behind the right knee. Left hand presses the left knee away. Figure four or recline pigeon. Great pose to do if you're feeling lower back pain, sciatic pain, tight hips. And now gently, let's bring the left knee over right knee. Left knee over right knee. very slowly, let's begin to uncoil the legs and come back into happy baby. And then slowly begin to bring both knees together, arms alongside you, and then extend both legs up toward the sky. Now the legs are much more relaxed, much more open. And then from here, actually bring your arms out to the sides. Yeah, now draw your legs apart. Hit the inner thighs to stretch, flex the feet. And then now, maintaining your legs right where they are, just simply bring the soles of your feet together. And then you bring your feet down to the ground and come into reclined butterfly pose. It was a great welcoming, huh? Reclined butterfly. And then very, very slowly begin to gather your knees together. Go slow with this, very slow. And then walk the feet apart. So we stretch the inner thighs and then we bring the knees together to relax the psoas. No, knees, just bring your knees together. Yeah, there you go. That relaxes your psoas, your hip flexors. And then now, let's readjust our spine by pressing our sacrum down. Good. And then very, very, very slowly, let's bring the knees apart. And then bring your arms alongside you, about 6 to 8 inches away from the body. About 6 to 8 inches away from the body. Palms facing down. Now, we're going to create some windshield wipers. We're going to turn this up, turn the volume up just a bit. So you're going to lower both knees over to the right. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, bring the knees up to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Go slow. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Couple more, go back and forth using your breath as your guide. A few more. More nice and slow, using your breath as the guide. And now hold it over to the left. Hold your knees over to the left. And then take your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Hold it down. Now bring both arms up overhead into cactus arms. You stretch your hip flexor, stretch the shoulders. Again, what did we say? Gentle today, restorative, flexibility, openness. And then from here, take the right foot off the left thigh, and then bring both knees over to the left side. Left ankle over, right ankle over the left knee. And then from here, take the right foot off the left knee, and then bring your knees into chest again. Good night. And then extend your legs up toward the sky. Arms alongside you. And rest here. And then from here, plant both feet onto the earth. Walk your heels towards your fingertips. Walk your fingertips towards your heels. Rest your feet down. Now, inhale, lift the hips up toward the sky. Go slow. Lift the chin so you can breathe. Now, press into the ball of your feet. Walk your hands beneath you. Interlace them. Press the pinkies down. Lift your chin to breathe the breath. Shift your weight forward. Keep walking the hands beneath you. Stretching and opening the front side of the body. Couple more breaths in your bridge pose. Stretching out the entire front side of the body. Strengthening the back body. Again, using bridge pose, although this is a strengthening and powerful pose, also as a heart opener. And since Ashley is not really struggling here, she seems like she's doing this nice and easy. I'm just gonna hold it for a few more breaths. And slowly begin to release the hold of the hands. Walk the hands out. And on an 8 count, begin to lower the hips toward the earth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, happy baby. Notice how much more straighter your spine is, lower back. And very gently begin to plant the feet onto the earth. And then from here, begin to slide yourself over to the right side of the mat and a little bit off the mat. No, just slide yourself over. Okay, now bring your knees together and then bring them up, bring your knees up, and then from there, just lower your knees over towards the left. Now, extend your legs to the left. Press the back of your right shoulder down, look over your right shoulder. Notice how your right foot is a little shorter than your left. Get that lower back stretched. And then from here, gently bend your knees. And then come onto your back, plant your feet onto the earth. And then slide yourself all the way over to the left side of the mat. Keep going a little more. There you go. Now come onto your back. No, onto your back. There you go. Now bring your knees to chest. She's one step ahead. And then from here, arms out to the sides at shoulder height. I always say, or I say at shoulder height, or sometimes I say airplane wings. And then bring your knees over to the right side. And then when you're ready, extend your legs. This is a deeper stretch in your lower back. Outside of your left hip. And it's a very grounding pose, very grounding. There are some fiery poses like chair pose, which is very grounding as well. Sometimes they call it fierce pose. Don't worry, we won't be doing any fierce poses today, Ashley. And then from here, very gently bend both knees and hug your knees into your chest and make your way onto the mat when you're ready. All right, hug the knees to chest. And then one more time, extend your legs toward the sky. I'm going to come over and hand you a prop. And then from here, I'm going to ask you to plant your feet onto the earth, lift your hips, and then I'm going to place this right beneath your hips. Relaxation. Now extend your legs. And this is also doing a gentle back bend. Great way to open up the top of the hips, hip flexors. So the hip flexor starts at the belly button and goes right into the tops of the thighs. And then I can ask Ashley to bring her arms out to the sides here. And she begins to get a stretch in her rib cage right through here. And heart opener. Just another way to deepen her practice. You can also do this on a yoga block or on pillows, a folded blanket, a foam roller, depending on how much heat you want, how much stretch you want in the front side of the body. And then now from here, we want to do, so this is a bigger back bend, so we're gonna bring Ashley into butterfly pose. Recline butterfly, and then now you see the inner thighs open up even more. Across the top of the hip. And then from here, gently begin to gather your knees together. And then extend your legs up toward the sky one more time. With your arms alongside you. So this elevated back bend or dead bug provides even more relaxation and grounding for the body. Ashley's gonna fall asleep on the job here later on when we put her in Savasana. This seems very restful, but this is very active as well. And then very slowly begin to plant your feet onto the earth. Blend with your knees bent, yeah. Now lift your hips, slide the bolster out from beneath you. Off to the side. We'll be revisiting the bolster later. And then from here, Ashley, begin to place your hands behind the knees and then roll yourself forward and back. And this is like an awakening. Couple more. And then come to a nice seated position, Ashley. And then you can turn and face the camera, thank you. Nice red face from blood flow getting to the face. All these poses are to nourish, to go inward for relaxation. We're not even close to the end. We're gonna, now that our hips are nice and stretched out, we're gonna get into some active stretching. Active, all right? So we're active, a little bit more active poses here. So from here, I want to continue opening up our hips. Let's place our hands behind us. Walk our hands back a bit. Extend the legs out in front with our knees bent. Bring the legs apart. And then now from here, windshield wipers. There you go. Windshield wipers. Getting his knees to touch the earth. Very cool. Very cool. You feel your thighs with these?
It's so relaxing and also restorative but also activating too. So it's moving in ways that we don't ordinarily move in our daily routine is a great way to kind of counterbalance.
And kids love to do this stuff. They love to do crazy little fun things, see their legs move. You can make up.
Yeah, it
any
could be like
little
spider pose
Exactly.
or windshield wipers is fun.
Or crabs.
Also allowing them to name the pose.
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
name that movement. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you call this pose? If you stay on one side, what would they call that?
Mm-hmm.
And now hold it over to one side. And then now, resting on your right hand, extend your left arm up toward the sky. Yeah, there you go. And then peeling your shoulder open, peeling your heart open, yeah, just a bit. You can ask them to name. You can have other kids look at them and say, well, what would you call this pose? And have them all, maybe say what they would call this pose, what they would name it, and write it down.
It's a great way to engage the group.
Exactly.
Instead of telling kids, be quiet during class, give them something to talk about.
Exactly. And then from here, rest this left hand down and come on over to the right side. Bring your knees over towards the opposite side and extend your right arm. You can have them name one side differently over in the next. Have them make up whatever funny names they want, even if it's a name you've never even heard of or a word. Go with it. It's kids.
This
Let
is
them have fun.
also a way that yoga could be incorporated in an academic setting.
Yes.
Because writing a script for teaching a class,
Yes.
and like as it could in the younger grades, it could be a group project where you do a pose and you name it and then you put it up on the smartboard.
Yep.
And then at the end of class, you have your own script.
That's
so
right.
then they can, it's almost like cooking a recipe that you learned at home. They can take the script and do the same routine at home.
Exactly. And now let's bring the right hand down. And then now from here, let's bring your knee up, and then let's bring the soles of the feet together. And now you can say to the kids, okay kids, now we're gonna take off. We're gonna fly like butterflies. And you can have them slowly begin to flap their wings. And you can just say, close your eyes and envision yourself just flying around the room. And you can even have them, open your eyes and they can switch places and say, hey, we flew to that space. So you gotta have fun when you're teaching children. Just be inventive, right? And then you can have them just drop the knees down and say, now we're just hovering. Imagine yourself just hovering. Hovering right above a branch, landing on a branch, landing on a flower. Doing what butterflies do. What do butterflies do when they land on a flower? You can ask the kids, what do they do? And there's no wrong answers. Let them just shout out whatever it is they feel like the butterfly does.
That's also a great way to teach concepts of biology at the younger level.
And visualization.
Yeah, to actually letting them move around and sit like a butterfly when you're learning about butterflies.
Exactly. So you just have to be in the moment and just let it flow, whatever comes to you. And remember, there's no wrong answers. Let them just be. Let them have fun. Let them laugh. You can say things like, while you're flying around, part your lips and begin to drool. And kids will actually laugh, because when I've taught kids, they laugh. You gotta have fun. You have to be a kid. In order to be able to teach kids, you have to be a kid yourself. Don't kid yourself. I am a kid at heart.
That inner child of yoga.
Yeah, yes.
Tap into that.
Tap into that. Let that come out. Because it's all about having fun. There's nothing serious here. Yoga is not serious. If you take yoga serious, you're not practicing yoga.
Really, I cannot stress that enough. There are so many situations that is just unnecessary unpleasantness because someone has taken yoga seriously. Guys, it's breath and movement. The only serious thing and this is very serious. Do not walk around saying yoga is a cure for cancer and a cure for this or that. It's not, and but with under the supervision of a doctor as part of a nice routine, it can be a nice supplement, as is drinking water and getting a good night's rest. But so that's the only serious thing, is that sometimes people are in very sad situations, and sometimes yoga teachers like to say that they have the cure when they don't have the cure. So misleading people is serious, but as long as you are not misleading people, nothing is serious about it, and being too serious adds undue stress. So just have fun with it. I think that is the key takeaway.
Absolutely. And as Ashley says, we're not here to cure anything other than to create a smile.
Yes. And we're here to cure seriousness.
Yes.
Yoga can be children's yoga can be a cure for being a little bit too serious.
Yes.
So.
And here to unlearn. We're here to unlearn everything we've learned so far. So from here, let's begin to extend our legs out in front of us now. And let's look at our toes. What do they look like today? You can start going, this little piggy went to the market, this little piggy stayed home. And if you have children that know, if you have children, I can't do it, but there are some people that know how to move one toe at a time individually. I don't know how to do that. They can spread their toes apart, bring them together, spread their toes apart, make them active from the bottom up. Show them how wonderful their bodies are. Get them comfortable with the ideas of looking at their feet and like, whoa, spreading their toes apart. Whoa, bringing them back. And then turning their feet in like this, acting silly, like, oh, I need a pedicure today. Or turning their feet together, bringing them out. Oh, look at that. Now I want to be a ballerina or a ballet dancer, Just have fun, just wherever you are in the moment. So now from here, we're going to take your left leg. We're going to bring it into the inner thigh. We're going to inhale the arms up, spread our butterfly wings. Exhale, fold forward. And now we're going for a boat ride. Ready? We're going to go row, row, row your boat. Gently down the stream. And you don't have to say the rest of the rhyme if you feel like it's bad. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. They say but a dream, but life is a dream. It's a dream to be alive. It's wonderful. Embrace it. Embrace the uncertainty. Embrace all that is. Embrace this moment. Just go back and forth. Sing a happy tune. Smile. And then from here, have the kids lift their heart, lift their chest, smile, open, relax their jaw, and then breathe into this space just a bit. And it's not about them getting their forehead to their knee. It's about how they feel when they're trying to get there. Some children will be able to plant their face onto their knees. Some children won't, and that's okay. It's not a competition or a race. It's just about being where they are and working towards something. And then take your left hand on the outside of your right shin. Take your right hand behind you and then twist and rotate. And then walk this hand around. Take this right hand on the inside, walk this left hand out, reach it back, reach it up, and then over. You can have them name this pose, whatever they want to call it. Funny looking pose. Name it after one of the students. That's another good one. You can name each pose after a student if you want to. It's another way to help the kids keep them engaged. And the younger they are, the less time you should spend actually in yoga poses. Why? Because you're going to lose them. And then And then now, plant your left hand down, come up onto your left knee. And we know this is gate pose, but we'll just, again, just stretching. One long line of energy. And then come down and around and then reach. And go back to row, row, row in your boat. Okay, slide the hand onto the thigh. And then bring your arms out to the sides. Peel your heart open, drop your head back. And then rest, and now extend your left leg. Bring your right knee in. And then from here, inhale the arms up toward the sky. Exhale, fold, and you can name one pose on one side, and on the other side, you can name it a different pose. Why not? And now we're going to row our boats. Rock our hips side to side. And then from here, come to stillness. And then reach your heart forward. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale. And then say, bring your drool buckets right beneath you now. Arch your lips. And begin to drool. And then take your right hand on the outside of your left shin. Left hand walks behind you. And rotate and twist. It's a great way to get into the neck as well. Shoulders. Stretch the IT band on that left side. And then walk the hands around. Take your left hand on the inside of your left shin. Take your right arm, rotate and twist from the heart. Right arm out, and you can stay right here, or you can bring the right arm up, and then over. And it's not about being perfect in this shape. It's just about being. Easing in, relaxing and softening in. Remember, movement can be medicine. Medicine for the soul. And what I mean by that is just to nourish, to ease, to take away tension. We carry so much in our bodies, and in their little bodies, they carry so much. Children are so scheduled. And then they go to technology. Then they're going here, they're bouncing off the walls, and sometimes just easing into a stretch, easing, just relaxing any tension out of their little bodies helps them feel so good. And if you start that from a young age, they're going to want it, they're going to crave this. And then come right back up. And then from here, we're going to inhale the arms up again. Exhale, fold. Come back to a little stretch here. And I'm going to take our right hand out to the side. I'm going to do gate pose on the right side. Come up onto the right knee.
I would just want, like, because.
Ooh, that's right. I will come back. We don't want half of me in there.
Oh wait, so, well, it's a, like,
Gate
so
pose.
like this?
Yep, gate pose, exactly. One long line of energy from the outer part of the left foot all the way through the left arm. And then come back down. Very nice. And then reach for your left foot again with both hands. No.
Okay, sorry.
The left foot, yeah. See? And if the children make a mistake, right or left, laugh. Believe me, we are, I can say that collectively here, we're still learning right and left. And then very gently, let's come on up. And let's bring your right leg out. Both legs, so keep the left leg. Now bring your legs as far apart as the body allows. Keep it going a little bit more. Beautiful. Now, inhale, arms reach out and overhead. Exhale, from your heart, fold at the hip, and then reach forward and relax your elbows down And then relax your jaw and let the head go. Let the head completely go. There you go. You can still let it go even more. Just one little adjustment I'm going to offer to Ashley. It's the head thing for me. I like to have her let it go. Now watch. Nice little resting pose, calming pose for the nervous system. It's also so good. And some kids will be able to reach the floor. Some kids won't. And sometimes it's not a flexibility thing. Sometimes it's an anatomical thing. They'll never be able to reach the floor because of the way their hips are. Not all of our hips are perfectly symmetrical or perfectly rounded. The ball and socket joint is not always perfectly rounded. Sometimes there's a little jaggedness which will hinder us from completely coming forward no matter how much flexibility or strength we have. And then from here, slowly begin to slide the hands back towards the body first. And then gently gather your legs together. And then from here, make your way onto your belly.
Okay, Eva, did we do this side or?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, I'm so relaxed from this. I apologize.
It's okay,
So
no
relaxed. And then
apologies.
also, sorry, I just want to clear the studio a little space. So I just want to make some space in case you wanted space to like work out a little bit.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. It's live and uncut, so you know you see us moving furniture around from time to time.
All right, now make a little pillow for yourself by placing your hands. Yeah, there you go. And now just bend your knees and just sway your feet side to side. Go slow. Always move slow. So even slower. Even slower. And then lower both feet over toward the right side. Now stack your left on top of right. Knee on knees together. Yes, there you go. And now come to center, and then over toward the left. Stack your left on top. Yeah, there you go. And then from here, lower both knees down, and then extend both legs behind you. Now we're going to do half ribbit pose. What is that? I'm going to ask Ashley to take her right knee out to the right, up to hip height. And just rest here. This is half frog. That's what I mean by half ribbit pose. Half
I
frog.
love this pose.
This is
This
one of
is
the...
a really great like sleeping pose.
Yes, it is. You may notice that some children or adults or adolescents will default to sleep like this. The body's trying to whisper something to you. Maybe your lower back has some tension. Maybe your hamstring on your right leg has some tension, or on one leg has some tension. Honor it. Don't question what the body does innately to help heal.
For this, do you recommend like the leg more perpendicular?
No, the knee, just the knee is high up. And then what I would recommend If you have sciatic pain or lower back pain, is to prop the knee with a bolster. However, for our purposes, we're just going to do this here.
I might be able to break a record for longest person in this pose. Sleep my way through a world record.
And then very, very slowly begin to slide the right leg back. And then slide the left knee up. Right knee and hip out, sorry. Take a few nourishing breaths here. And then from here, gently slide that left leg back. And then begin to come into a happy baby. I'm sorry, child's pose. Knees apart to the width of the mat. And just rest in your child's pose. I'm going to come on camera one more time and actually smile, and you don't see it, because she knows what I'm going to offer her. May I come over and begin to press your lower back down just a bit?
Yes, I think they should like invent like a lower back presser machine or something. You know, like I used to want to put like a ton of brakes on my lower back. I don't know how one gets the full benefit of the stretch by yourself.
Well, you can bring your knees further apart. That helps.
Yeah,
let your chest come down. And then, you know, if you have like a sandbag, some yoga classes,
we do
they have weighted sandbags. You could take a sandbag and press. Have that. It's not going to be as strong as somebody's hand.
Yeah, no,
but it's really good. Sandbag. Also, kids experiencing, some children, even adults experiencing some just overactiveness or anxiety. Maybe they're a little anxious taking a yoga class. A sandbag is really good when you have them in savasana. Really, really good. Place a blanket over their belly and the sandbag over their belly. It feels really good.
Oh, wait, that's good to know, because anxiety is a big issue, especially in school.
It just makes them feel slightly more grounded. And remember, you're working with children, so not everything's going to be perfect, because it's not perfect. Sure it is, and not perfect with adults. And then very, very slowly, Ashley, begin to make your way onto your back, hugging your knees in toward your chest.
I also think having a sandbag on the children's lap could help them feel grounded. And
Absolutely.
like
Absolutely.
you could even call it a seatbelt. Like everyone put on your
Pretty much.
seatbelt.
Pretty much.
I forgot about that, but that is really, kids love sandbags. Even like, you know, cornhole. Cornhole yoga.
Okay. Now plant the feet onto the earth. Just lift your hips up just for a moment. And planting the hips down, extending the legs directly out in front of you, feet to the width of the mat, arms alongside you and in about 6 to 8 inches away from your body, or out to the sides, whatever you're feeling. And just begin to turn your focus and attention inward. As you begin to bring awareness back to your body. Begin to take the journey inward. As we take the journey inward, begin to notice your breath. Feel the beat of your heart. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. Just feeling and nourishing ourselves. Feeling what it's like to be still for just a few moments. Begin to notice your breath. Notice the texture of your breath. Notice the rhythm of your heart. Place one hand onto your belly. And just feel what it's like to feel place the other hand on your heart and feel what it's like to feel your heartbeat, to know that the universe has got you. And then very, very slowly bring your arms alongside you. Plant your feet onto the earth. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Come on over onto either the right or left side. And then press yourself up into a seated position. You can have your eyes closed or a soft gaze. Or you can also say to your students, whether they're children or adults, you can stay laying down if you'd like as well. If they feel very restful, they can stay laying down and place the pillow, the sanded blanket, sand-filled pillow on their belly. If they want to just stay nice and cozy under a blanket, they can do that too. Remember, it's about being cozy. Yoga, to me, the yin yoga or restorative yoga is about feeling cozy and nourished. And just from here, just sitting and just feeling what it's like to maybe be a little bit more soft, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more nourished, maybe. Remember, everything we do here is just an offering. And you're going to feel one way, you might feel another. You might feel super relaxed, super restored, or you might feel overactive, ready to take on the world. Honor all those feelings. Again, we're not teaching right from wrong. We're teaching presence. And the only way to be present is to be present. There's no special way. And the only way to meditate is just to meditate. It's that simple.
I love a quote we have on our mugs. Our students voted, and it was their favorite, and it says, "The best way to do it is to do it." And it's by Amelia Earhart, so I love these female quotes. But yeah, like, and so I always tell myself that too. Like, if I start to worry about something, I'm like, either do it, or if it's, the middle of the night, I'm like, right now, your job is to sleep, but I'm like, if it really bothers you, then get up and get it done. But
Yes.
no sense of just thinking about it or
Exactly.
worrying about it,
Or as Nike